Welcome back, everyone. It is officially March, 1 month away from my birthday month that no one at all asked about. But anyways, if you've watched King of the Hill Part 5, then you were most likely prepared for this video. For all of my Johnny Cage lovers out there who play Cyrax as their cameo and wants to learn as much as possible to become the best Johnny Cage they can possibly be, then you have arrived at just one of many Johnny videos that'll guide you in that specific direction. Everyone has their own way of learning from watching others play, whether it's replicating their playstyle, mixing playstyles, adding stronger combos to their playstyle, or whatever. I don't have any recommendations on how you should use this information, so as Toji once said, do as you please. For our first rank up game, we got matched up with an Elder God running an unforeseen lineup in Kombat League, Lime and Tremor. Now I don't know what type of godly combos you can get with Lime Tremor, but the goal for this matchup would be to watch out for her overhead and her armor move, and to avoid getting hit. And what I mean by that is, I could run away from her and play off whip punishes, punishable moves, jump-ins, and etc. since I could easily dodge her projectiles. But going into this fight, I go in with my standard Johnny playstyle, getting close where I can start my pressure mind games with forward 3, forward 1, and 1-1, and maybe mixing some grabs with those strings. As you just seen there, I did a back throw out of my main chip string, which will be in my opponent's mind the next time I do that chip string, and it'll give me many other options to mix them up from there. I get a good whip punish right here as Lime tries to bombard me with low attacks as I try to get in, but a quick backdash exposed her and allowed me to punish accordingly. As I start my pressure mind games with forward 1, the Lime armor's out of it, basically letting me know that she's not going to allow these plus frames to slide. So further down the line, when attempting forward 1 again or 1-1, blocking after will potentially get me a free combo. I also noticed the Lime immediately setting up her lantern every time she knocks me full screen, so while that takes some time to do, it allows me to move in quickly and repeat my pressure cycle all over again. Now although this is a great combo to do in this situation, me forgetting that I parried beforehand makes this fatal blow slightly useless. This combo will scale tremendously and I will still be at a disadvantage in health. So now with full cameo, the plan should be to get in close and pull off our chip string, but I end up gambling on Cyrax net and getting poked to death. Beginning this second round with potentially one of my last rank up games on the line, I go into that playstyle I mentioned before, playing it safe, reacting to what my opponent is doing, and countering. As you see, I'm not allowing any chip damage from those projectiles, and I'm keeping a distance that's not too far and not in range of her low kicks. And at random, I'll attempt to pressure her and proceed to move back out again. So right now, as she moves in, I move back while also pump faking her to try and bait out a move, but she's keeping it cool and also keeping pressure on me with those projectiles. After finding my gap to start playing aggressive, I make a silly gamble and parry, but luckily the Lime didn't fully punish me for it, which also makes me wonder if she's just pressing buttons. Now with me trapped in this corner, I could attempt to dash out of a string, parry, or pressure my way out by mashing, but here I got a successful gamble with EX parry and made her use her breaker. And like I said before, every time I get knocked away, it's like she's conditioned to throw up a lantern, which allowed me to move right back in and continue my pressure, but only this time I ended up actually getting a full combo because of it. So with the corner advantage and hype fully charged, I activate hype and attempt to chip her out to secure the round, which I inevitably do. As we head into the final round, I have the corner advantage, so my only thought is to rush Lime down and keep her in the corner. So I decide to mash until either the Lime armor is out or interrupts my pressure, which she attempts to do but fails, leading to a dropped combo that would have put me at least 45% ahead of her. But with the Cyrax cameo meter full, I still had the 10% chip string to keep Lime trapped in this corner. And afterwards, I go straight into my pressure mind games, but unfortunately, the Lime guesses correctly and blows it up. This Lime loves to spam those low kicks when I'm close up, which didn't work so well against my jump in. I also could have went for a full corner combo here, which would have forced her to break and gave me good corner positioning. I get another well-timed jump in over Lime's projectile, which she breaks, leaving me with end game meteor advantage. And here I was just making all of the wrong reads, and at an attempt to parry this full string again, I get punished for a full corner combo and into fatal blow, which could potentially give her the life lead. So after throwing my life lead advantage, I managed to accidentally flawless block both of these kicks, with the Lime calling out the wrong ambush assist, and get the EX nut punch combo to end the game. Now that is just everything working in your favor. I guess the Lime decided to come out a little more aggressive this game, because now she's armoring out of negative strings, not allowing me a chance to take my turn. So keeping in mind this overly aggressive playstyle, I attempt my pressure mind game, and looky here, she falls for the bait and it's a free wombo combo for me. Seeing that we have some distance between us, I build up some hype and end up baiting out another mistake from Lime, leading to a 40% combo and bad positioning for her. her. So as we land, I throw out my forward 4 overhead, which is the first time I did that the whole set, and probably threw her off. Yikes. The first round of the second game ends up being a complete landslide, and the momentum is all over here. So once again with corner positioning, I could either build up the rest of my hype or immediately rush down the Li Mei in the corner. And now it seems the Li Mei wants to try and lure me in, so I go into the defensive playstyle again, dodging her projectiles and baiting out moves to try and whiff punish, reacting to movement, whiffs, and raw shadow kicking whatever I can to do damage little by little. This defensive playstyle can be good against zoners like Liu Kang, Sindel, Raiden, and even Reiko's when you utilize Johnny's enhanced shadow dash and shadow kick at the right moments and avoid as much chip damage as possible by jumping over low projectiles and ducking high ones. As you can see here, I managed to get Li Mei where I wanted her in the corner, where I believe my pressure mind games are much stronger, but I make a hard gamble and throw out a punishable move which doesn't get punished as bad as I thought it would. And seeing that I have 2 bars of meter, I'm always going to be either going for the Cyrax throw launcher or the enhanced nut punch into horizontal helicopter. They both are really good and could annoy or surprise your opponent in clutch situations. And just like last game with hype fully charged, I pop it late in the round to give me even the slightest advantage in what could be the final round. And with hype activated, the Li Mei makes a leap of faith and gets up blocked and punished for game. Compared to the first match, the Li Mei made a lot of mistakes that I ended up punishing harshly, while my mistakes were punished mildly. So as Johnny, learn some optimals or high damage combos like the ones in my Johnny Cyrax guide so that you can take advantage of your opponent's mistakes to the fullest extent. And for our last rank up game until Elder God for season 3, we ran into another unusual lineup, Baraka and Chameleon. Usually this high up in Combat League, you'd get Baraka's mainly pairing up with Striker and sometimes Cyrax. But Chameleon, I guess, is understandable because of her katana fan to quote unquote save you from being punished, her Jade Glade that's fast as heck in my opinion, and the Melina overhead that is dang near unreactable and randomly comes out unless you're constantly glancing at your opponent's cameo variation. During this last match, I managed to pull off some cool setups and a couple of different combos you guys showed me during the King of the Hill part 4. So hopefully they aren't as hard to do as they may seem, and maybe you all could pull some of them off in your ranked games. But beginning this match and knowing that my Elder God rank up was on the line, I defaulted into my defensive playstyle to kind of feel out how this Baraka was going to react to it. After realizing the clear disadvantage I had from full screen, I attempt to close the distance where I can try and take more control of the match. With no katana to bail this Baraka out from this punishable move, I parried anyway and proceed to drive him more and more towards the corner. And I end up making a mistake, but just like the Li Mei from last game, this Baraka doesn't punish my clear mistake with a full combo. He then ends up falling for the delayed nut punch and hype, leading to a nasty net setup, draining his meter to empty while I stand in his face, building hype all the way back up for a free combo. I definitely could have went for the 50+% combo with hype in the corner, but that specific hype combo was just itching to be executed. And as pressure goes, this Baraka just couldn't find an opening to take his turn back. So from how that round went, I felt pretty confident that I was going to end this quickly, and that's if I didn't get caught lacking, which I do here trying to build up hype. So to prevent this guy from building any momentum, I break immediately and try not to make that same mistake again. I end up getting a free punish on the Baraka's whiffed back forward 3, sending him all the way back into the corner, right into my corner combo. This right here is how you take advantage of your opponent's mistakes by blowing them up for 35 to 40+%. Now, although I did finish the corner combo there, I built up some hype meter, which is another good option to do whenever you have the opening. Now, as the Baraka was able to jump out of the corner, he stops engaging me, kind of reacting to what I do until Jade variation came back, which gave him all the confidence to be the aggressor again. So to get away from the corner after my chip string, I check him with stand 2 and double dash to the other side and continue to play defensively, reacting and acting to all of his movements. He then takes a risky but successful move in the air, and now once again I'm back in the corner with my back against the wall. With the match seeming in my favor, this Baraka makes another unpredictable move with Katana's fan lift, leaving me one hit confirm away from a fadeable combo that can turn the tide of the match. And what do you know? He gets it.
I don't know, guys. I guess I just can't close out a match when I have all these advantages.
So heading into this final round, I don't want to throw my potential rank up game, so I'm playing as careful as possible. The hype meter is one taunt away from being fully charged, and once that's full, all I need is an opening, which I find right here. And now the mashing begins. This Baraka is going to try his hardest to open me up.
Pause.
But the hype is active, and parries, nut punches, and Cyrax nets are flying everywhere, and there's no escaping them. I attempt to do the same hype combo again, but but sadly it fails. But that doesn't stop the mashing, and down 1 into nut punch does the trick 99.9% of the time. The Baraka isn't even calling this cameo anymore. He's just trying to keep me back, avoid me, slow me down. He's pulling everything out of the hat until this hype meter runs out. And just as I'm about to finish my combo, he breaks. Gotta love when they break after the damage is already done. Man, I gotta admit,
Hype definitely carried me in this first match.
so, as Drake once said, your boy's overdosed on confidence for this rank up match.
Oh, brother!
I'm already where I want to be in the first half a second of the match, in his face with full cameo, ready to do my chip string at any moment, land a grab combo after, and possibly steal 40% of your health just because you decided to block.
Come on, guys. Isn't Johnny Cyrax such an awesome duo?
I mean, this Baraka could be using Melina's overhead more when he has her available.
Oh, if only he knew how much that would hit me. And the Baraka falls for the parry again.
For the second time this set, we managed to parry his back 3, and the reason I call this parry is because after the 2-1 he did, I basically gambled the Baraka poking right after or mashing, and in that case it was a successful gamble. Now with the major life lead, for the 3rd time this video, I'm playing extra defensive
So that I don't make the same mistake again.
Now I could try to build up some hype here, but this guy could lunge at me the second I activated taunt, which he literally does here and tries to make it safe with Katana's fan lift. But all it ends up doing is putting him in the corner, which I immediately take advantage of. After successfully pulling off my chip string, now all I needed to do was avoid forward 3 and back 3, which could potentially lead to another fadeable combo and another round choke. Starting off the second round, the Baraka just throws away his cameo meter for 1% chip damage and gets his back 3 parried for the 3rd time this set. It seems this Baraka's very unlucky when it comes to my Johnny's parries. Although the combo out of parry is definitely not optimal, it is one that 100% gets me to the opponent before they have a chance to block. After being overly aggressive, I spam dash block, baiting the Baraka to an armored wake up, which then leads to an immediately dropped corner combo that fortunately gets picked back up again to end the round and secure my spot in the Elder God ranking. And to celebrate, I took the Baraka Christmas shopping with Krampus. I know many of you learning Johnny or improving upon your Johnny would like to see more ranked matches with Johnny Cyrax and even see how they compete against tough opponents in Kombat League. So as the new season with Peacemaker has begun, I have been playing him a ton and was thinking of bringing him to the Kombat League and showing the best matches from Apprentice all the way up to Elder God. Or I could also finally show all of you how I climbed the ranks with Johnny Cyrax and reveal if Johnny Cage really is an easy character to win with. But anyways, be on the lookout for Poppy Playtime 3. We are one video away from the beginning of a long journey of consistency. And let me know in the comments, Johnny Cyrax or Peacemaker, with the best matches from Apprentice to Elder God. And maybe I'll throw in some requested handicaps
To add a little bit of spice to the grind.
Oh, say less.
And with that being said, I'm out of here. Peace.